The United States, Mexico, and Canada have struck a new trade deal. The 28th annual Michigan Harvest Gathering Giving Campaign is underway, and Michigan Agricultural Commodities' Chris Betz will join us with a market update. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
The negotiations went down to the wire, but the United States, Canada, and Mexico came to an agreement on a revised trade deal, now known as USMCA.
On September 30th, the Trump administration finalized a trade agreement between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, formerly known as the North American Free Trade Agreement. It was very important to finalize this agreement prior to October 1st. That now gives the administration 90 days to finalize all agreements, get all the paperwork signed so that agreement can be put in place between these three very important trading partners.
According to the U.S. Trade Representative's office, the agreement will increase market access for U.S. poultry and eggs. In return, the United States will allow more Canadian dairy, peanuts, and peanut products, and a limited amount of sugar to cross the border. Under the new agreement, Canada has also agreed to terminate its controversial Class 7 dairy pricing program, opening up new markets for U.S. dairy.
Our farmers have proven they can compete with anyone when we all operate on the same playing field, by the same rules, and with the same referees. This could be a tremendous win for American agriculture, and we appreciate the Trump administration's efforts as they work to iron out these differences in a trade agreement that really needed to be updated.
The 28th annual Michigan Harvest Gathering Giving Campaign kicked off earlier this week. Every fall, the annual campaign raises food and funds for the state's emergency food response.
So what we do every year is raise money and collect food to help food banks and stock the shelves all across Michigan. In our over 25 years, we've raised over $10 million and provided 10 million pounds of foods to food banks across Michigan.
Michigan residents interested in donating can find food collection sites at every Michigan Secretary of State branch, as well as at state office buildings throughout Michigan until November 21st.
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture filed an administrative complaint under the Perishable Agricultural Commodities Act against Spiech Farms, LLC of Paw Paw. The company, operating from Michigan, allegedly failed to make payments to 38 produce sellers of over $1.1 million from July through November of last year. According to USDA's Agricultural Marketing Service, Spiech Farms will have an opportunity to request a hearing. Should the USDA find the company committed repeated and flagrant violations, it would be barred from the produce industry for 2 years.
Harvest season is a prime time for accidents. Educate your operators before they hit the road. Check out available resources at fosterswift.com/ag transportation.
With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz.
Thanks, Janelle. Trade this week supported the idea that seasonal lows were set in the middle of September for corn and beans. Both are higher on the week despite a bearish quarterly grain stocks report on Friday and are holding higher short-term trends. Rain across the Midwest through the week and into the weekend has also lent support, but U.S. harvest is still well ahead of schedule. This should temper traders getting overly bulled up along with yield reports thus far in line with the September WASDE. Rain delays are also helping harvest cash bids to bottom out as commercials are able to free up more space. Wheat is also higher on the week on rumors that a couple Russian grain export locations are being shut off. Russia has adamantly denied the reports that gained some traction on social media this week. For more market information, go to michag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betz.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.